Hi, friends. Welcome. Welcome to my returning subscribers. Welcome to anybody who's new. Definitely stick around. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to be talking about the Watts house and just kind of a little bit of the rundown of the past couple weeks and a little bit more of the story of me possibly buying the Watts house. So buckle up. Here we go. So I saw that the Watts house was for sale. Um, at first it was up for 750,000, and I thought, that's a little bit much, but it's 6,000 square foot house. Okay, so I exchanged emails with the realtor a few times back and forth, and I was asking her a few questions about the house. I asked her about the looky-loos of the house. I asked her, do people drive by the house all the time? I was really curious what the Millers would say their opinion is of the privacy of the house, and I'll get into that a little bit later, her response. But I was really curious what they had to say about the house. I was kind of excited when I heard that they dropped the price 25,000. So it was originally 775,000. Now it's 750,000, but it is 6,000 square feet. So it's a huge house. One of the first things I thought about the house was the Millers loved the house, like loved the house, admired the house, wanted to do good by the house a year ago. And now what's going on? Like all of a sudden they want to sell the house a year later. So I was like, is it like a haunting thing? Is it's too expensive? All these things were like rolling around in my head. So Plunder, which if you guys don't know about Plunder, look her up. She's amazing. She does all true crime stuff. Anyways, she came out with the scoop, as always, that Mr. Miller is what we're calling him. He has a name, but he was charged with some domestic issues towards his family. So I'm thinking there's no way that a single person could afford a $600,000 home loan, which who knows, they could have paid cash or whatever, but it would still be extremely expensive for a single parent with three kids. Do you know what I'm saying? During the emails back and forth with the realtor, I was having some intense, let's just say that, dreams about the house that gave me pause. I'm not going to go in yet. Maybe when the house is totally sold, maybe I'll go into the dreams, but right now there's kids that live in there, and I don't think it's appropriate, but it definitely gave me pause for the purchase of the house. So me and my fiance have been discussing, whether we want to buy the house, the square footage, blah blah blah. The backyard was a little bit of an issue, things like that. But then probably within the last week, we found out that within a year, we're going to have to move to Kentucky. So, shout out to all my Kentucky subscribers. I will be in your area probably sometime early spring to summer ish at the latest of next year. So, it was kind of a surprise, and it's pretty far away from Colorado, but yeah, so that was a huge indicator of us buying the house. Now, I don't think it's appropriate knowing that we have to move to get into a house or buy a new house or whatever. So, even though we were qualified, I decided not to go through touring the house. So, because we are moving probably within a year, I decided it wouldn't be fair to go look through the house and da da da. I was 100% authentically interested in it. So, of course, I wanted to look through the house and see in person what it was like. But now that I know that we're not going, like, it'd be wasting our time moving and then moving again. Now that I know that we're not going to buy it, it's a little bit different. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. Would you buy the house? I mean, the price dropped. It's a huge house. It's a beautiful house. It's a clean house, freshly painted. I mean, what would you guys do? Put in the comments down below if you would buy the house. If you would you pay full price or would you definitely do a low offer? Also, here's a tidbit. Certain places in Kentucky, the real estate is super cheap, so we will be able to have a lot nicer house and a little bit more land with the amount that we're wanting to invest. So that's a good thing too. There are a lot of benefits about Kentucky. I'm not super disappointed that we have to move, but it's definitely going to be a new interesting chapter. But anyways, the response to the questions I had from the realtor. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. Make sure you subscribe. You're going to want to get in on all that. And thank you so much for coming back. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.